After 8 long months of waiting, it is finally time to unleash the unbridled power of the boys! So, FALINKS was always an interesting Pokemon back when it released in Gen 8 thanks to having the signature move No Retreat, which boosts all of your stats by one stage with the caveat of not being able to switch out. A Pokemon getting access to a move like this would be insane on paper, but this move was balanced out by the fact that FALINKS had relatively mediocre stats. But now that FALINKS can Mega Evolve, it can properly take advantage of No Retreat and become a serious threat. Alongside No Retreat, I'm going to be running the moves Close Combat as their strongest form of stab damage, Rock Slide as a way to hit flying types and deal spread damage, and finally Protect as our main defensive option since we won't be able to swap out after we use No Retreat. Mega FALINKS also keeps the Defiant ability, which may not be the flashiest one out there, but it can lead to some monstrous snowball potential if our opponent lowers their stats in any way. We're going to need a couple of mons to help FALINKS set up reliably, and the first one is going to be Mousehold. Thanks to having access to Follow Me, we can ensure that any single target hits get redirected, so FALINKS takes as little damage as possible. Pair this up with Mousehold's ability Friend Guard, and FALINKS is going to be on the field for a lot longer than you expect. I also have the move Feint to deal with Wide Guard and ensure FALINKS can land a devastating hit on any mons trying to protect. Alola Ninetales is next, and it can use the move Aurora Veil to grant even further damage reduction to the team, as well as provide solid spread damage with Blizzard. Last but not least, I'm going to bring Sarina along, as it can help stop fake out attempts and shut down prankster mons from ruining our setup. Sarina is also great at dealing with a lot of the major threats running around in the meta currently with the coverage of Drop Kick, Triple Axle, and Low Kick. These partners can help Mega FALINKS reach its full offensive potential whilst also mitigating its remaining weaknesses. Now with all that out of the way, let's see what Mega FALINKS is truly capable of. Alrighty, what is happening, y'all? It's SuperLaika2 here, and we finally have Regulation MB as well as a lot of the new Mega Evolutions that remain from Pokemon Legends ZA. And I wanted to start off the regulation with none other than the boys, which is Mega FALINKS, my absolute favorite new Mega Evolution to come out of ZA. And I have been streaming for the past couple of days, just trying to get them to Master Ball. And to moderate results, it's been a lot of trial and error, to be honest, of course, with the this being a new regulation, everything is kind of the wild west when it comes to the ladder. And I think I've gotten enough experience to sort of prepare for a lot of the common team archetypes and threats that will be kind of going around. But yeah, I will have to say this though, I will be going on a trip later next week, so I won't be able to do a lot of the crazy edits that I have been doing for the past videos, so I hope you guys do forgive me for that. But you know, I just want to get these teams out there, get some good games in. You know, I'm just super excited for this new regulation and seeing what exactly changes in the meta. But yeah, let's just get right on into the team breakdown. So of course we have the boys, which is honestly very good at punishing a lot of teams with like any like stat lowering or just intimidate users thanks to FALINKS keeping Defiant, which I wasn't too happy about once the Mega abilities got revealed that it kept Defiant upon Mega Evolving. But it actually still works out really well, especially if you're going up into Incineroars or maybe any sort of mons that try to lower, like, say, your speed with, like, Icy Wind, Electro Web, all that type of stuff. You just kind of stack attack, and when you do the Omni Boost, you have very good survivability. So, yeah, it's honestly been a pretty good experience with the Mega, besides, like, a certain handful of matchups, which is why I have these particular partners. So originally, I had Clefable on the team, mainly as a way to, I guess, deal with Staraptor, but I kind of decided to choose another redirection mon for FALINKS to set up No Retreat, and that will be Mousehold. Because we have Friend Guard, FALINKS is going to survive even longer after it gets the Omni Boost after the Follow Me, and I think the move that really helps FALINKS out than anything is Feint. because one of the things that has really been plaguing me is trying to just deal as much damage as fast as I can, only to get shut down by protects and whatnot, or like say wide guard. So having Feint on Mousehold is going to be awesome going up against certain threats that really don't want to stay in on Phalanx, but have no choice but to click that protect. And it'll just really increase Phalanx consistency overall. So I'm glad to have Mousehold on the team here. And then the one Mon that will be the, I guess, super counter to a lot of the stuff running around is going to be Sarina, simply because with a Choice Scarf and max speed, or not even max speed, like at like 31 EVs, you will be able to outspeed a Jolly max speed Mega Swampert in the rain and just punish it with Trop Kick. It will not be able to survive whatsoever. And I also have Triple Axle 2. That's going to be great into Staraptor as well. Granted, they don't have any form of redirection, but if they do, say like a Sinistra, you're still going to be hitting it super effectively with Triple Axle. And Sarina's got a pretty decent attack stat, so you're going to be hitting hard regardless of who the target is. And I also have low kick in case for like, you know, King Gambits and all that, Insins. So yeah, just overall superb Mon. I love her so much. Favorite Gen 7 Mon, absolutely. Used her on a couple of my other past teams and she has not disappointed. Now we're gonna go into none other than Golden Go, who people have kind of tossed away as like, you know, oh, it's not gonna be as good anymore, you know, Make It Rain got nerfed. Accuracy isn't 100% and it drops 2 stages of special attack instead of 1 every time you use it. It's still a beast, man. You cannot underestimate Golden Go whatsoever. This is my cleanup Mon, essentially. I have Make It Rain, Shadow Ball, Nasty Plot. Nasty Plot is disgusting on it because, yeah, you will only be able to realistically get like 2 Make It Rains off, but even still, Nasty Plot off a 133 base special attack is going to hit like an absolute truck. I'm running max speed simply because I want to outspeed other Golden Goes and also a lot of the other potentially threatening Mons that are under a speed bracket, like say, I guess King Gambit. But Sarina being here with the Queely Majesty, blocking that priority is going to be great for Golden Go to not suffer from the sucker punches. And like I've mentioned before, low kick can deal with King Gambit if need be. But yeah, it's just a really, really good cleanup Mon, great sweeper. And I'm happy to have it on the team. I have Cloberberry just in case we do, so we can live a hit from a King Gambit. And then we have Ninetales and Aerodactyl. Ninetales is going to be our weather setter. And with Aurora Veil, it'll just make the entire team just so tanky. Especially Phalanx with the after the no retreat boost. Like, it is not going to go down to a good amount of hits. And just having that spread damage with Blizzard is always just fantastic, especially against a lot of the like flying types that are running around that Phalanx will have a problem with. And I was kind of going back and forth on this, but I decided to go with Freeze Dry instead of Moonblast simply because Moonblast is awesome just for that second stab, but with how common the rain teams are, Ninetales kind of gets hard-walled by them, so I would like to just have that super effective damage on deck for the water types if need be. And it might be something I will change back to later, but I do think that is the right call. And an Aerodactyl, of course, is going to be our speed control. It's great into a lot of the fire teams that our team is kind of weak to, unfortunately, with Golden Go, Sarina, Ninetales. So yeah, and then Wide Guard to block spread damage from other teams is great. And it's just a super solid Mon altogether. So yeah, that'll pretty much be the breakdown of this team. Again, it is the beginning of the regulations, so nothing's really set in stone. Like, things could change rapidly, and this is just the best I could come up with in the short amount of time that I have played of this current regulation. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the matches. Alrighty, first match of the day, and oh, it's we got Mega Hawlucha, potentially Mega Steelix as well. More of a Trick Room team than anything. I am not sure how we should potentially lead off here. The idea would be to go with Mousehold and FALINKS, but mainly Sableye and Sinistcha are kind of threatening here. They don't have any way to stop weather, so maybe I could lead off with Aerodactyl and Ninetales. Get that Aurora Veil up, and then if they lead off with like Hawlucha and Snorlax, then... Or you know what? They might lead off with Sinistcha and Snorlax just to do some redirection nonsense. I think I'll stick with my original plan. I'll go with Mousehold and FALINKS, and then I'm gonna have Golden go and probably Sarina in the back. Actually, no, we'll have Ninetales just for that potential to deal spread damage. But we shall see how things go. They do lead off with Hawlucha and Snorlax, which is not exactly a favorable outcome if I'm being completely honest. Although, if I use Follow Me and if Hawlucha tries to do Entrainment, it is just going to Entrainment me instead. I do miss out on my no guard, or rather my friend guard, but being able to delay their strategy is going to be paramount in winning this match. Here we go. The boys! I love them so much, dude. I can't get over how good this Mega is. So Follow Me will go off. I'm wondering what Snorlax is going to try to go for. And we are faster than both of them. So we're going to get that Omni Boost with no retreat. Can't back out. And they do go for that entrainment into us thanks to Follow Me. So unfortunately Friend Guard is gone, but that means Snorlax is not going to... Oh well. That will happen. I should have also thought of that. We do have the Omni Boost though. So we're definitively faster than both of them. The only issue is if they were to hit a Protect on the Snorlax. Because if anything, they need to either swap out or do something to not lose their strategy. I'm going to go for the close combat here though. Chople Berry. I'm not sure if this will save you. Oh, it will. Yeah, I should have figured your max defense on Snorlax. We're faster than both of them though. Yeah, not gonna be enough damage. They're gonna get the entrainment off. And I'm guessing they're gonna go into FALINKS here. Yeah. If you weren't Chople Berry. If you weren't Chople Berry. Okay. Well, I'm for sure faster than them, so I can just click Blizzard, and I don't think I would like to take any chances here. I think it would be in my best interest to... Because I don't think Blizzard's gonna finish off Snorlax. You know what, I'll go for Nasty Plot and see. Considering how far behind we are, this is probably our best play. I just can't believe like Chople Berry allowed it to live despite my boost. Okay, Ninetales was able to finish both of them off, which means we do get a free Nasty Plot. That's just so unfortunate that we got double O-Code. Like, the best thing to do there probably would have been to target Hawlucha rather than the Snorlax. And yeah, since they don't have any form of blocking spread moves, I'm just gonna click Blizzard and make it rain here. Because if Sinistcha tries to go for like, I don't know, Rage Powder or something, it's not gonna be very effective. But we shall see what they try to do. Great damage onto the Sinistcha here. Oranguru kind of tanks it. I'm just gonna have to hope that Make It Rain does the job. Woo! And it will, dude. Wow. Alright, well, unfortunately not the greatest first game for FALINKS, but that is still a great game for us just to get that pickup at the end. Yeah, no, Golden Go is still nasty, dude. Don't sleep. Don't sleep at all. It got nerfed, but it is still going to be a menace. I guess with King Gambit keeping it in check, it might not be as problematic, but still, just better keep your eyes out, definitely. Alrighty, this is interesting comp here. You have Meganium, Glimmora, Charizard, Leafeon. My first time seeing one of those. They have their own Golden Go, which will be a bit of an issue, but I think I'll go with the same lead as last time, or maybe it would be better if I let off with Aerodactyl here. I'm just kind of curious on what their lead is going to be, because more than anything, I want to get rid of the Charizard. That's probably the biggest draw on their team, and then I'm going to bring my own Golden Go, of course, and Ninetales will be able to handle, at the very least, Meganium and Leafeon if they do happen to bring that. Aerodactyl can also do solid work into them. Now, one of the things I have realized when using Mega FALINKS is, okay, it is going to be Charizard as the lead. It's going to be awesome for us. So, what's the plan here? Do we immediately go for Rock Slide, or do we go for that Tailwind? I think what we do is we'll go for the Tailwind, and rather than no retreating turn 1, I'm going to hit my Rock Slide. Because yeah, Charizard's going to Mega Evolve. We're going to have the speed advantage. And as long as it doesn't protect, we will be dealing some pretty hefty damage into it. Alright, boys, let's go. Assemble! Alright, so because FALINKS is base 100 speed, oh, they do protect. Alright, you know what? That's fine because we have the speed advantage for sure. You yawn into the Aerodactyl. Okay. Yeah, this is going to help us out a lot for later. Because, yeah, FALINKS has the same base speed as Charizard Y. And I'm not running, like, max speed. So, I will need that speed control just to make sure I outspeed it, guaranteed. And, honestly, there isn't anything stopping me from hitting the double Rock Slide here. Unless, like, I don't know, Charizard swaps out into something else. That would probably be their best bet. Let me double check to see if they have anything that could reasonably swap in. It'd either be Glimmora or Golden Go. But either way, I don't think they're going to like taking a double Rock Slide. So they do swap. And is it... It's going to be Glimmora. Okay. So yeah. You don't resist, so this is still going to be solid damage. And then I hit my own Rock Slide. Gonna see if Toxic Debris though is gonna... Ooh, yeah, we do get the flinch. Aerodactyl being asleep is not great, I must say. Do I expect Glimmora to like Spiky Shield here? I don't think so. They'd have to go on the offensive, I feel. Just the fact that they got the double Toxic Debris up, that's kind of what's bothering me here. I'll play it safe and go for another Rock Slide. But, oh, we missed on the Leafeon, dude. That's exactly what I wasn't hoping for. Solar Blade. Into FALINKS. Are you kidding me? It was a crit. Oh, okay, dude. It just had to be a crit. Alright. And then Power Gem. Just gonna... Okay. Now we are for sure on the back end of things. This is not great at all. And because we only have Golden Go and Ninetales here, they can just swap in Charizard for free and we can't do anything about it. Wow, alright. I didn't make the proper plays, in my honest opinion. I'm gonna have to go for a nasty plot here, like last time. This really turned out to be the Golden Go show. Yeah, you're gonna protect. Okay. Gonna double protect to stall out. That's fine. It's a good thing I did do nasty plot then, because they won't be able to do anything about Golden Go now. They're also selling out the Tailwind. Yeah, that's exactly what they were doing. Okay. I'm going to do this, and then gonna Blizzard, and I'm gonna Shadow Ball into the Glamora spot. But they probably swap back into Charizard. Yep. It's a good thing I hit that spot, though. Very great that I hit that spot. But yeah, I'm not faster than the Leafeon. Okay. I would have to hope that Golden Go can take out this Zard Y. +2 should be able to... It didn't do it. Alright. Wow, dude, okay. This is just... awesome. Just awesome. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I didn't make the right calls that I wanted to. I did have the upper hand, but... it really was just me, one, not respecting the Leafeon, but two is also just the fact that we missed that Rock Slide. I think that's really what it was. If I wanted to guarantee the knockout, I should have went for close combat. And then them putting Aerodactyl Sweep wasn't great either. But, yeah. That's rather unfortunate, but... that's kind of how it'll be sometimes. Because the moment they protected turn 1, I should have expected them to try and swap out. And should have made a hard call on that. Either way, we keep on moving. Okay, this is your super, like, standard team from, like, last regulation. Okay. Leading off of Sneasler would be pretty awful. They could lead off with, like, Garchomp and Zard Y too. That's also an option. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bring FALINKS and Ninetales. But if they have Zard Y, it's gonna be not great. I'm gonna bring Sarina for that fake out support. Or rather, anti-fake out support. Golden Go probably has to be brought in the back. This is tricky, honestly. It might just be better to go with Aerodactyl's lead. I'll bring Sarina just in case, and then have Ninetales in the back for weather control. So it's gonna be Garchomp, Sneasler. Garchomp definitely isn't gonna go for a whatchamacallit, Earthquake if Sneasler's just gonna be right there. Now, here's something I can do. I can swap out into Sarina if Sneasler is going to try to fake us out, and then I can dual Wing Beat into it. And I'm running Sharp Beak, so this should be able to knock it out regardless of if it's a Focus Sash variant. There we go. Do they? Yep. Exactly. This is exactly why I have Sarina on the team. Bada bing. Bada boom. So Sneasler's out of here. Unnecessary crit, but it's fine. Now, will Garchomp go for, I don't know, like a Rock Slide? That's my best guess. Does go for Rock Slide. Which will hurt, for sure. It'll definitely hurt, but that's fine because Sarina over here has Triple Axle to deal with that Chomp right there. Though I feel like they have Zard in the back, so... yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, do we predict that they're going to go for a Heat Wave and go for Wide Guard? Or do we just go on the offensive and click Rock Slide? Because we will definitely be able to take Zard out with a Rock Slide. I think that's what we'll do. It is definitely the aggro option, but I think we're in a good enough position to go for it. They do go for the Protect. Alright. Sarina's going to land that Triple Axle. Rough Skin is going to hurt. Eee. We do manage to land all 3 hits though, which is amazing. So Garchomp's out of here. So it's just Zard who has used Protect, so it's not going to be safe next turn, and whoever else they have as their last mon. My guess is going to be either Basculegion or King Gambit. Or we just get the forfeit, alright. Unfortunately that we didn't get to use the boys, but I think we played that very, very well. Let's try to get ourselves a good match next time with them. Alright. I don't like this layout whatsoever. They have 2 Wyguard mons as well. I don't think FALINKS will be able to do much of anything here. At least not turn 1. Yeah, it's safe to bring my own Aerodactyl and then bring my own Sarina as well, just to potentially deal with the fake out. FALINKS will be in the back, and then Ninetales for the weather. And I guess we'll be having Freeze Dry now. I can hit Basculegion, so that's nice. And they go with their own Aerodactyl lead. Which I don't like in the slightest. I'm going to Tailwind here. I'm going to Triple Axle into the Aerodactyl. Because I feel like they're going to try and Wide Guard here to protect their Zard. That's my best guess. I could have Wide Guard myself as well. But we missed, dude. Oh, no. Yeah, no, that's just great. They also Tailwind. I guess they were expecting me to Wide Guard or something. Well, you just go for Weather Ball. The fact that we missed, dude, that's so bad. That is incredibly bad. We're gonna go on the Ninetales here. Dealing with like shaky accuracy moves is just so much fun. I'm gonna Rock Slide here. They can go for Wide Guard if they really wanted to, but I feel like it'd be better for them to swap Charizard out just so they can get the Sun back. Which in that case, I'm gonna go for Aurora Veil. Never mind, they're just gonna stay in. Okay. So yeah, that just kind of nullifies Arrow's turn. I should still get the Aurora Veil off, yeah. Which is gonna be great for us later. Oh, but... okay, I guess that was a good read. I'm going to Dual Wing Bee and Freeze Dry ain't gonna do much. I think it'd be my best interest to try and take Aerodactyl out. If I can't do that, then I won't be able to use my spread moves. They do withdraw Charizard. Now they have Sneasler out and they can't protect against Fake Out because Serena's gone. Unfortunately. Oh, but Arrow goes for Rock Slide. I just gotta hope I don't flinch here. That's really what it comes down to. Okay, I don't. And we take out Arrow. That's great. That'll be fantastic for us, but now we're very much on the back end. Have their own Sarino. Which, if it's anything like the one I have, then they're probably gonna go for... If I had to guess, they'd probably try to fake out the FALINKS, since they would want to just... Actually, I just double protect here. Or actually, no, that's not going to help us because our Tailwind's also going to go down as well. It'd just be best if I Blizzard. And unfortunately, I don't have a proper time to set up no retreat at the moment. But I just gotta hope that this Blizzard gets set off. Which it does. I'm faster than the Sneasler, which is surprising. Oh, and I freeze a Sarina. Okay. That might be valuable. But we barely live thanks to Aurora Veil. That freeze absolutely mattered. I'm going to close combat, and they very well could swap into Charizard. I wouldn't put it past them, but I think Blizzard is still my best play. Unless, hold on. This is a hard read. I'm gonna no retreat here. I'm gonna protect on Ninetales. They don't swap, which is... Serena's still frozen. They close combat into FALINKS, which is what I wasn't hoping for. They are White Herb, which means they will be faster now. That's not great. I don't even think I outspeed with no retreat. It's the fact that they read that, dude. Okay. I gotta close combat and Blizzard while I have the chance. Yeah. Okay. And I'm going to guess Serena's gonna be thawed out here. I do have no retreat boost though. You do thaw out. What do you go for? Drop kick? Actually, wait, that's great for me. Yeah, now I get the Defiant boost. Okay, hold on. We might still have this, actually. Aurora Veil's gone. I was a bit dooming before, but I think this might be our game if we can land this Rock Slide. Let me check my stat boost though. Yeah, I'm +2. We need that Rock Slide to land. I don't think they're going to expect the Rock Slide. And I definitely outspeed Charizard after the speed boost. I just gotta get the double hit. You protect. That's fine. Please land on Serena. Okay, nice. Woo! Let's go, boys. Alright, this might be FALINKS' game, dude. I just got to land this Rock Slide right here. I got it. Make it land. I missed a good amount of Rock Slides today. I'm not gonna miss this one, bro. Let's freaking go. Woo! Oh, man. This is exactly the type of game I was waiting for, dude. Wow. FALINKS really saved us at the end there. Us going by that no retreat really did matter in the end. And with that, finally get myself into Ultra Ball 3. Awesome sauce, dude. Woo! That was definitely a bit of a stressful match there. I think I'm gonna go for one more, but man, that was a fantastic Mega FALINKS game. I'm so proud of my boys. Finally getting those rock slide hits too. Alright, here we go. It's yet again another rain team with... Oh, is that Mega Scolipede? Interesting. I know everyone's very disappointed that Mega Scolipede got shell armor. And I am as well, but... I think there will be some ways to make it work. I'll try to figure it out. Not anytime soon, because I have some other megas that I want to prioritize, but I will definitely get to it. It is one of my favorite new megas that have been released. So, Sableye is also... Sableye is just... I don't like dealing with that. Mousehold has just not been getting much play here, but it's mainly because I just haven't been wanting to lead off with FALINKS that much. I think I have Aerodactyl. Speed control is nice. Sarina's gonna be pretty pivotal here, I'd say. Ninetales, and then we're gonna be bringing FALINKS out. The Mousehold pick isn't bad at all. It's just that, you know, with the type of teams that we're going up against, I have to, yeah, go into these specific counters. Now, I'm going to guess that Sableye will probably just go for, I don't know, screens or something. I want to get that Tailwind off, though. Although we could go on the offensive and go for Rock Slide. That's also an option. And ignoring Sableye is bad, but I think dealing with Pelly's worse. So yeah, they're gonna reflect here. They didn't go for Wide Guard. Rock Slide is going to miss, dude. That is not what I wanted. Then they're gonna go for either Tailwind or... yeah. Not good whatsoever. I'm going to have to swap into Ninetales here. Either... do I do it in the Aerodactyl spot? No, I'll Tailwind here. I'll swap into Sarina's spot. And hopefully make it so their Hurricane doesn't land if they try to go for that. Yeah, and Sableye's just gonna set up another screen. They'll go for Weather Ball, which is still gonna do super effective damage. Not nearly as much though, since it's not stab. And yeah, us getting a Tailwind off is going to be very, very good here. I mean, hopefully we can land a Rock Slide. And I'm going to set up Aurora Veil for myself. Wide Guard. Okay. And you're just gonna Encore me. I guess the Wide Guard was for the Ninetales. Okay. The fact that Sableye has Encore is, not going to be great. So, here's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to swap into Sarina, so Sableye doesn't Encore my Ninetales, and I'm going to go for the Freeze Dry. This is exactly why I have Freeze Dry. Really is specifically for Pelly. Because I'm just so tired of seeing them all these rain teams. On top of them being super bulky. We're going to go for Rain Dance instead. Oh, yes, Ninetales. That's exactly what we needed. Oh, it was a crit too? I don't know if that mattered, but I'm gonna hope not. Their Tailwind's gone. We're up. Let me guess, you got like Arch in the back or something. Exactly. They do have reflected light screen still up, which is a pain. I'm going to have to deal with that Sableye. Can't protect against Blizzard since you don't have no Wygar no more. And I think it'll still deal the most damage into Sableye. But you're going to swap out, okay. Not going to be great for Sarina here. I guess they might have been expecting me to double down at the Sableye. Ah, but you miss. You double miss? No, dude. You can't be serious. The double miss is just absolutely diabolical. I'm gonna have to like double swap here. As much as I don't like that. Yeah. I just gotta hope the boys don't get hit with anything too heavy. Gonna assume that Sinistcha is going for Rage Powder, yep. Alright. Arch is gonna go for Electro Shot. Into what slot though? That's the big question. It's in the Aerodactyl. Alright. This is fine because now we can swap into Ninetales here. And get the snow up. Only way for them to change the weather is with Sableye by manually setting up. We have one turn left of Aurora Veil. I think I have to go for no retreat right now. While we still have the screen's advantage. Oh, you're gonna withdraw? Okay. I'm going to land a Blizzard here. It probably would have been better if I protected on the Ninetales, but never mind, they just go for Protect. Yep, that's a-okay with me. But now Sableye is going to Rain Dance here. We do get our no retreat boost. The fact that Arch hasn't taken a lick of damage is the big problem. And they still have Reflect up too. I'm going to Protect here. And I'm going to swap Ninetales out into Sarina. In case they happen to try and Encore FALINKS. It also means that I will have my weather still here. Go for that Protect. Just in case. Yep, they do try to go for Encore. Exactly how I called it. And Flash Cannon. Which will hurt. That'll hurt a lot. Reflect is worn off, but Sableye can just put it back up. I'm going to need... I'm gonna need to take out the Sableye. I'm gonna have to Rock Slide here. And... it's gonna have to be Trop Kick. Yeah. You took out the Arch, okay. I guess they were predicting me to double into the Arch spot. Oh, but the Hospitality... okay. They are playing very well, I will give them that. But of course, the Rock Slide's gonna miss. Double missing on the Blizzard and then missing on these Rock Slides, dude. Like, I could not have been any less lucky. Light screen wore off. just gonna Rock Slide here, and then unfortunately Sarina. I don't want to go into Ninetales though, because I think they're holding off on trying to Rain Dance here, just so I can, just so they can get rid of Ninetales. You know what, I think I will do the switch here. As much as I don't want to, being locked into Trop Cake is just not great. They do get the Rain Dance off. Managed to KO the Sableye though. It was a crit. Double crit. Okay, boys. Yeah, get angry. Oh, we're gonna Matcha Gotcha. That's not good. It means I'm going to have to triple Axel on the Sinistra. Because it's going to go for Rage Powder. No ifs and or buts about that. And with them having the rain up, they're free to just go for Electro Shots. They still have Reflect up as well. I'm gonna have to hope that the Rock Slide lands and then go for that triple. Yep, they do go for Rage Powder. He's like shaky accuracy moves. Okay. Nice, nice. Good damage on the Sinistra. Was a yo. FALINKS, dude. Bros. Getting the double crit the last turn and double crit now. Okay. I was talking about me having bad luck, but I think the boys are. Oh, and we get the flinch. Oh, there's just no way. Yo, FALINKS is going off. FALINKS is going off right now, dude. They are so mad. They are so bad. And I am too. They felt my anger from all this RNG and they just channeled it into nothing but crits. Close combat. Ooh, let's go. Those are my boys right there. Those are my boys. Yes, sir. Wow, that was quite the match, dude. I double back-to-back crits on both targets is actually insane work. I could not have ended it off on a better game. I think with that, we have shown just how, you know, crazy Mega FALINKS can be if you can set it up in the right situation, but there was a lot of switch play going around there, you know, just trying to predict what our opponent was going to swap out into. And we made some pretty good calls, and targeting the proper mons instead of just trying to go for like the big threats is like, you know, something that I need to get better at, and I'm glad I'm seeing at least some improvement. Because as scary as like mons like Arch are, you really got to go for the supports. Like the supports are very key in helping the big threats continue their game plan, and so once they're out of the picture, then you're going to have a much easier time. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the Mega FALINKS video. I love my boys so much. I'm pretty satisfied with how they translated into champions, although I would have liked them to get an exclusive ability, but you know, if I had the choice, I would have given that to all my favorite mons. So I will take Defiant, and I will just have to see how good the Mega is going into the future, because I don't think people are really looking at Mega FALINKS right now. Understandably so, with Mega Staraptor being like the primary fighting type that is making movements, but I do think they have a place, and I do think that in the right hands with the right team, they can put in some crazy numbers. So yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Be sure to like the video and subscribe for more Pokemon Champions content in the future, because I will be making a bunch more teams on the new megas. A lot of these megas coming into Reg MB are some of my favorites, so I'm gonna put in a little bit more effort into making them work. So yeah, I will catch you guys later. Take care, y'all.